Hello students, today we are going to solve few questions on trigonometry. Please visit our website www.examsnet.com to practice such questions. You can also download our app so that you can practice such questions on different topics, right? The link is given in the description box. Let's begin with question number 1. So here cos x by cos y is equal to n and sin x by sin y is equal to m. Then what is the value of m square minus n square into sin square y is equal to? So here we are directly substituting the values of m and n here, right? So m square minus n square into sin square y becomes. Here m is sin x by sin y. So that m square becomes sin square x by sin square y minus n square is cos square x by cos square y into sin square y, right? Into sin square y is equal to, so let us take the LCM, right? LCM is sin square y into cos square y. So the numerator becomes sin square x into cos square y, sin square x into cos square y minus cos square x into sin square y into sin square y, right? So here we'll write sin square x as 1 minus cos square x because sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Therefore, instead of theta, we are taking x and y here, right? So sin square x becomes 1 minus cos square x into cos square y minus cos square x into. So instead of sin square y, so we'll write it as 1 minus cos square y, right? Whole divided by, here we can cancel sin square y and sin square y, right? So divided by cos square y. So that means we are expressing the whole term in terms of cos, right? So here just expand. So numerator becomes cos square y minus cos square x into cos square y minus cos square x into 1 is cos square x minus of minus becomes plus cos square x into cos square y. Here, so plus cos square x into cos square y minus cos square x into cos square y will get cancelled. And here this term is divided by cos square y, right? Therefore, here we have cos square y minus cos square x in the numerator divided by cos square y, right? So, this can be written as cos square y by cos square y minus cos square x by cos square y. So cos square y by cos square y is equal to 1 minus, since cos x by cos y, so cos x by cos y is equal to n. So cos square x by cos square y can be written as n square, right? Therefore, the answer is 1 minus n square, right? So look at the options. Option A is the right answer, right? Here students, in this question, we are directly substituting the values of m and n, right? So we are writing sine in terms of cos here, right? Or you can take cos square y as 1 minus sine square y, right? So that, so express the whole term, whole RHS part in terms of sine. You will get the same answer. So otherwise, so take sine square x and sine square y as 1 minus cos square x and 1 minus cos square y, right? So like I have written here. So finally, you will get the answer as 1 minus n square, right? Option A is the right answer. Question number 2. If x plus y is equal to 90 degree, then what's the value of 1 plus tan x by tan y into sine square y? Here we'll consider the given expression 1 plus. Here tan x can be written as tan of 90 minus y because x plus y is 90 degree, right? Therefore, y can or x can be written as. So here we are writing tan x. So x can be written as 90 degree minus y, or y can be written as 90 minus x, right? So tan x becomes tan 90 minus y divided by tan y into sine square y. So we have sine square y here. So tan can be written in terms of sine and cos, right? So tan of a function. So tan theta, tan function is always sine by cos. Sine theta by cos theta. But tan 90 minus y is cot y, right? So tan 90 minus theta is always cot theta, right? So we'll write 1 plus cot theta by, here theta is y, right? So cot y by tan y multiplied by sine square y. So let us write cot in terms of sine and cos, right? So cot is always cos by sine, right? Cot theta, inverse of tan theta. Therefore, it is cos theta by sine theta. So cot y is cos y by sine y divided by tan y is sine y by cos y multiplied by sine square y. So numerator becomes, so here 1 plus, so this cos y goes to the numerator, right? It becomes cos square y. So sine y into sine y. So in the denominator we have sine square y multiplied by sine square y. So take the LCM of the denominator. So is sine square y. So numerator becomes, so 1 into sine square y is sine square y plus cos square y multiplied by sine square y. So we can cancel sine square y and sine square y. So we have sine square y plus cos square y, which is 1, because sine square theta plus cos square theta is always 1, right? Therefore, the value of the given expression is equal to 1, option C. Question number 3. If sine theta plus cosecant theta is equal to 2, then what is the value of sine raised to 4 theta plus cos raised to 4 theta? So this expression is in terms of sine and cos, right? And the given expression is in terms of sine and cosec. So better let us convert cosecant theta in terms of sine, right? Because cosecant theta is inverse of sine. Therefore, the given expression can be written as sine theta plus cosecant theta is 1 by sine theta, right? Is equal to 2. So in the LHS part, we have sine theta as the LCM of the denominator, and the numerator becomes a sine theta into sine theta, which is sine square theta, plus 1 is equal to 2, right? Therefore, sine square theta plus 1 becomes a 2 sine theta, right? Take this sine theta to the RHS part. Or we can write it as sine square theta. Take this 2 sine theta to the LHS, it becomes minus 2 sine theta, minus 2 sine theta plus 1 is equal to 0. So which is nothing but sine theta minus 1 the whole square is equal to 0, right? Because a minus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab, right? Here a is sine theta, b is 1, right? So if sine theta minus 1 the whole square is 0, then sine theta minus 1 is equal to 0, right? Therefore, so sine theta is equal to 1. So then what is the value of theta? Sine 90 is always 1, right? So theta is 90 degree. Now come to the expression, right? So sine raised to 4 theta plus cos raised to 4 theta. So here theta is 90 degree, sine raised to 4 90 degree plus cos raised to 4 90 degree. Since sine 90 is always 1, so 1 raised to 4, cos 90 is 0, right? So which is equal to 1. Therefore, option D is the right answer. Here, the trick is, so convert cosecant in terms of sine, because cosecant is inverse of sine, right? Because we are going to find the expression sine raised to 4 theta plus cos raised to 4 theta. So better to express the given expression or given equation in terms of sine. right? Then we can easily express or we can easily find the value of sine raised to 4 theta plus cos raised to 4 theta. Because once you get the given equation in terms of sine, you can easily find the value of theta. Right? Here theta is 90 degree. Therefore, sine raised to 4 theta plus cos raised to 4 theta is equal to 1. Right? Option D is the right answer. Question number 4. What is the value of given expression? Right. So here in the given expression, in the denominator, we have secant and cosecant. Right. So, and the remaining terms are in terms of sine and cos. Right. So let us express secant and cosecant in terms of sine and cos. Right. Because secant is inverse of cos, cosecant is inverse of sine. Right. So using this concept, secant theta is 1 by cos theta and cosecant theta is equal to 1 by sine theta. Okay? So the given expression becomes 1 minus sine A into cos A divided by cos A into, so secant A is 1 by cos A minus cosecant A is 1 by sine A. And the next term is sine square A minus cos square A, which is in the form of A square minus B square, right? Which is equal to A plus B into A minus B. Therefore, sine square A minus cos square A becomes sine A plus cos A into sine A minus cos A. Sine A minus cos A, right? So divided by, so denominator of the second term is in the form of A cube plus B cube. Sine cube A plus cos cube A, right, is equal to A cube plus B cube is A plus B into A square plus B square minus AB. Therefore, sine cube A plus cos cube A becomes sine A plus cos A, which is A plus B, into sine square A plus cos square A minus sine A into cos A minus AB, right? Therefore, so numerator is 1 minus sine A into cos A divided by cos A, right? So in the denominator part, we have, so 1 by cos A minus 1 by sine A. Here, LCM is cos A into sine A, right? And the numerator becomes, yes, sine A minus cos A. And in the second term, right? So we have sine A plus cos A, both in the numerator and denominator. So these two will get cancelled, sine A plus cos A. And we have sine A minus cos A in the numerator. Whereas in the denominator, we have sine square A plus cos square A, which is equal to 1, right? So sine square theta plus cos square theta is always 1. Therefore, sine square A plus cos square A is 1 minus, so this is not plus, 1 minus sine A into cos A, right? Therefore, here 1 minus sine A into cos A and 1 minus sine A into cos A will get cancelled. And here, in the first term, denominator of the denominator will go to numerator. Therefore, cos A into sine A will go to numerator divided by cos A, right? And sine A minus cos A and sine A minus cos A will get cancelled. Therefore, we have cos A into sine A divided by cos A. Here, cos A and cos A will get cancelled. So, we have sine A as the answer, right? So, the answer for the given expression is sine A. Option C is the right answer. Question number 5. What is the expression tan x by 1 plus secant x minus tan x by 1 minus secant x equal to? So, students, let us consider the LCM of the denominator. So, which is 1 plus secant x into 1 minus secant x, right? So, which is in the form of a plus b into a minus b is equal to a square minus b square, right? Therefore, 1 plus secant x into 1 minus secant x becomes 1 minus secant square x. And the numerator becomes tan x into 1 minus secant x minus tan x into 1 plus secant x. So is equal to, so let us expand this. So tan x minus tan x into secant x minus tan x minus tan x into secant x. And the denominator becomes, so 1 minus secant square is equal to, right? We know the relation between tan and secant. So 1 plus tan square theta is always secant square theta. Therefore, take the secant square theta to the LHS part. Becomes 1 minus secant square theta is equal to minus tan square theta, right? Therefore, 1 minus secant square x becomes minus tan square x. So here the numerator becomes, so tan x and minus tan x will get cancelled. So we have minus 2 times tan x into secant x by minus tan square x. So here tan x and 1 tan x in the denominator will get cancelled and minus will get cancelled. So we have 2 times secant x divided by tan x. Right? So in the given options, the options are in terms of sine, cosecant and cos. So we'll convert secant and tan in terms of sine and cos, right? Because secant x is inverse of cos, right? So secant x is 1 by cos x divided by tan x is sine x by cos x. Here cos x and cos x will get cancelled. So we have 2 times 1 by sine x, which is nothing but 2 times cosecant x. 1 by sine is always cosecant, right? So 2 times cosecant x is the answer, option B. Question number 6. If theta lies between 0 and 90 degree and cos square theta minus sine square theta is equal to 1 by 2, then what is the value of theta? Here students, we know the formula of cos square theta minus sine square theta, which is cos 2 theta, right? Cos square theta minus sine square theta is cos 2 theta is equal to 1 by 2. So we know that cos of 60 degree is equal to 1 by 2, right? So cos 60 is 1 by 2. Therefore, we can equate 2 theta to 60 degree, right? Cos 2 theta is 1 by 2 and also cos 60 degree is 1 by 2, right? Therefore, 2 theta is equal to 60 degree. Therefore, theta is equal to 30 degree, right? So that cos square theta minus sine square theta becomes 1 by 2, right? You can verify the answer by taking cos square theta minus sine square theta. So cos square theta becomes, so cos square 30 degree minus sine square 30 degree. So what is cos 30? Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So cos square 30 becomes root 3 by 2 the whole square minus, so sine 30 is 1 by 2, it's a square, right? So it is equal to root 3 the whole square is 3, 2 square is 4, right? 3 by 4 minus 1 by 4. So which is 2 by 4 is equal to 1 by 2. Right? Therefore, the answer is verified. Value of theta is 30 degree. Option A is the right answer here. So, we need to know the formula of cos square theta minus sine square theta. So, which is cos square theta minus sine square theta is equal to cos 2 theta. Right? And value of cos 60 degree is 1 by 2. Right? So, which is constant. Therefore, equate 2 theta to 60 degree. Right? To verify the answer, you should know the value of cos 30 and sine 30, right? So cos 30 is root 3 by 2 and sine 30 is 1 by 2, right? Substituting these values, you will get you can verify the answer. So here the answer is theta is equal to 30 degree, option A. Question number 7. If sine theta is equal to minus 3 by 5 and theta lies in the third quadrant, then the value of cos theta by 2 is. Here, theta lies in the third quadrant. That means theta lies between 180 degree and 270 degree, which is 3 pi by 2. So, theta lies between pi and 3 pi by 2, right? What about cos theta by 2? So theta by 2, if theta lies between pi and 3 pi by 2, theta by 2, so this angle lies between pi by 2 and 3 pi by 4, right? So what is pi by 2? It is nothing but 90 degree. 3 pi by 4 is 135 degree, right? So theta by 2 lies between 90 degree and 135 degree. That is in the second quadrant, right? So theta lies in the third quadrant. So we'll consider second and third quadrant, right? So theta by 2 lies in the second quadrant. Theta lies in the third quadrant, right? So what about cos theta by 2? So in second and third quadrant, value of cos theta is always negative, right? Cos theta is negative. So here it is cos theta by 2 is negative, whereas cos theta is negative in the third quadrant, right? In this particular case, in general terms, cos theta is negative in second and third quadrant. The reason is, since cos theta is adjacent by hypotenuse, here adjacent side is negative x-axis for any value of theta, so adjacent side is negative x-axis in the second and third quadrant, right? So for any value of theta here. So adjacent side is negative x-axis. Therefore, cos theta becomes negative in the second and third quadrant. Therefore, cos theta by 2. So since theta by 2, not cos, since theta by 2 lies in the second quadrant, so cos theta by 2 value is negative, right? So keeping this in our mind, so look at the options here. So in option B and C, we have negative values. Therefore, cos theta by 2 is either option B or option C, right? How to find cos theta by 2? So we should know the value of cos theta. So how to find cos theta? Using the relation sin theta is equal to minus 3 by 5, right? So let us find cos theta. So cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1. Therefore, cos theta is root of 1 minus sin square theta, right? So root of 1 minus sin square theta becomes, so minus of 3 by 5 the whole square becomes 9 by 25. So root of 16 by 25. Since cos theta is negative, because theta lies in the third quadrant, so since theta lies in third quadrant, right? Cos theta becomes, so minus of, so root of 16 by 25 is 4 by 5, right? So minus 4 by 5. So how to find cos theta by 2? So now let us consider a formula. So cos square theta by 2 is always 1 by 2 into cos theta plus 1. A standard formula which is very important to find cos theta by 2, right? So since cos square theta by 2 is the RHS part, so substitute the value of cos theta, so which is minus 4 by 5 plus 1, right? So it becomes, so 1 by 10, right? So which is cos square theta by 2. Therefore, cos theta by 2 is root of 1 by 10 is 1 by root 10. 1 by root 10. Here theta by 2 lies in the second quadrant, not third quadrant, right? Since theta by 2 lies in second quadrant, so cos theta by 2 will be negative. So minus of 1 by root of 10, right? So because of the position of theta in the second quadrant, so value of cos theta by 2 changes, right? Therefore, cos theta by 2 is equal to minus 1 by root 10. Option B is the right answer. Question number 8. If tan square theta plus cot square theta is equal to x, then what's the value of secant theta into cosecant theta? So here we need to express the given equation in terms of secant and cosecant. Since tan and secant The tan function and secant functions are related as 1 plus tan square theta is equal to secant square theta. Right? Therefore, we can write tan square theta as secant square theta minus 1. Right? So, in the given equation, tan square theta can be written as secant square theta minus 1 plus, how do you write cot square theta in terms of cosecant square theta? So, 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosecant square theta. Right? Therefore, cot square theta can be written as cosecant square theta minus 1, right, is equal to x, which is already given, right? Right hand side is given. Therefore, secant square theta plus cosecant square theta minus 2 becomes x, right? Minus 1 is minus 2. So, secant square theta plus cosecant square theta becomes x plus 2. Right? Here we need the product of secant theta and cosecant theta. Right? So for that, so we'll write secant square theta as 1 by cos square theta. Because secant theta is equal to 1 by cos theta. Secant is inverse of cos. Whereas cosecant is inverse of sine. Right? So cosecant square theta is equal to 1 by sine square theta. Because cosec theta is equal to 1 by sine theta. Right, is equal to x plus 2. So we'll take the LCM, right? So of the denominator. Here LCM is the product of cosecant square theta and sine square theta. And the numerator becomes, so sine square theta, numerator becomes sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to x plus 2. Therefore, we have 1 in the numerator because sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1 divided by cos square theta into sine square theta is equal to x plus 2. Right? So, what is 1 by cos square theta? So, inverse of cos is secant theta. Therefore, 1 by cos square can be written as secant square theta into 1 by sine is cosecant. So, 1 by sine square becomes cosecant square theta is equal to x plus 2. Right? So, secant theta into cosecant theta. Secant square into cosecant square is x plus 2. Therefore, secant theta into cosecant theta becomes root of x plus 2. Right? Therefore, the answer is root x plus 2. Option D. Question number 9. If P is equal to root of 1 minus sin x by 1 plus sin x, Q is equal to 1 minus sin x by cos x, and R is equal to cos x by 1 plus sin x, which one of the following is correct? So here are 5 options given. We need to find. So which of the given options is correct, right? So for that, P is equal to. So we'll consider P is root of 1 minus sin x by 1 plus sin x. Here we need to decide whether P is equal to Q or R, whether P is not equal to Q or R, right? So for that, so we'll consider the term which is inside the square root, right? So 1 minus sin x by 1 plus sin x is the term. So when you multiply and divide by 1 minus sin x, there will not be any change in the value of the equation, right? So 1 minus sin x by 1 minus sin x. So which is inside the root, right? So P becomes square root of, so numerator part is in the form of 1 minus sin x the whole square, which is a minus b the whole square is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab, right? So 1 minus sin x the whole square, no need to expand this term actually. So we'll leave as it is because so root of a square number is the number itself. For example, square root of x square is the number x itself, right? Similarly, square root of 1 minus sin x the whole square is nothing but 1 minus sin x, and the denominator is in the form of a plus b into a minus b, right? So which is a square minus b square. So 1 plus sin x into 1 minus sin x in the denominator. So which is 1 minus sine square x. A square minus b square, right? So here, so root of a square number is number itself. Therefore, so 1 minus sine x will be the numerator and the denominator becomes 1 minus sine square x is cos square x. Its root is cos x because cos square x plus sine square x is 1. So 1 minus sine square x becomes cos square x. Root of cos square x is cos x. Therefore, we have 1 minus sine x by cos x as the answer. So according to the question, 1 minus sine x by cos x is q. Q. Therefore, we can conclude P is equal to Q. So in the next part, we have to consider R, whether P and Q are equal to R or not, right? For that, we'll consider Q, which is 1 minus sine x by cos x. So we'll multiply the right-hand side part, multiply and divide by 1 plus sine x. So inverse of 1 minus sine x, right? For here 1 plus sine x is inverse of 1 minus sine x. So there will not be any change in the equation. So here the numerator is in the form of a plus b into a minus b, which is a square minus b square. 1 minus sine square x divided by cos x into 1 plus sine x. So it is 1 minus sine square x cos square x, right? 1 minus sine square x is cos square x divided by cos x into 1 plus sine x. So here we can cancel 1 cos x from numerator and denominator. So we have cos x divided by 1 plus sine x. So Q is equal to cos x divided by 1 plus sine x. According to the question, cos x by 1 plus sine x is R. Therefore, we can equate Q to R. Therefore, we can conclude P is equal to Q is equal to R. Right? So all the three equations given are equal. Right? So option D is the right answer. First, we need to check whether P is equal to Q or not. Right? For that, considering equation 1, so which is P is equal to. So multiply and divide by inverse of the denominator. So inverse of the denominator is 1 minus sine x here. Right? So there will not be any change in the equation. So equation becomes 1 minus sine x by cos x is equal to P. So according to the question, 1 minus sine x by cos x is Q. Therefore, we can conclude P is equal to Q. Right? So in the next part, we have to consider the second equation, which is Q is equal to. Right? Again, taking the inverse of 1 minus sine x, just we are converting this 1 minus sine x into a single term. Right? Maybe in terms of cos or sine. Right? Therefore, so we have got Q as cos x by 1 plus sine x, which is nothing but R according to the question. So we can conclude P is equal to Q is equal to R. Option D is the right answer. Question number 10. The value of root 3 into cosecant 20 degree minus secant 20 degree is. So here are whole numbers given. So the value of the given expression as whole numbers. We need to find which of the given options is correct. So for that, so in the given expression, we'll consider root 3 as tan 60 because value of tan 60 is root 3. Right? So tan 60 degree is equal to root 3. So tan 60 degree into cosecant 20 degree, cosecant 20 minus secant 20 degree, right? Here we can write tan in terms of sine and cos, right? So tan theta is equal to sine by cos theta, sine theta by cos theta, right? So tan 60 can be written as sine 60 degree by cos 60 degree and into cosecant 20. So cosecant theta is always inverse of sine, right? So cosecant theta is 1 by sine. Therefore, 1 by sine 20 minus secant is inverse of cos, right? So secant theta is 1 by cos. Therefore, secant 20 can be written as 1 by cos 20 degree, right? So let us consider the LCM, right? LCM of the denominator. Here LCM is cos 60 degree into sine 20 into the denominator of the second term, which is cos 20 degree. And the numerator becomes yes, sine 60 degree into cos 20. Right, into denominator of the second term minus 1 into denominator of the first term, not second, 1 into denominator of the first term, which is cos 60 into sine 20. Right? So here the numerator is in the form of sine A cos B into cos A sine B. Right? So sine A cos B into, not into, minus cos A sine B. Sin A cos B minus cos A sin B is sin A minus B. Right? Therefore, numerator can be written as sine of 60 minus 20 degree divided by. So here denominator is product of three functions, cos 60, sin 20 and cos 20. Right? So I'll consider the value of cos 60. Here cos 60 is 1 by 2. Right? So I'll write sine 20 as 1 by 2 into 2 times sine 20. Right? So 1 by 2 into 2 is 1 itself. So 1 by 2 into 2 times sine 20 into cos 20. Right? So this term 2 sine 20 into cos 20 is in the form of 2 sine A into cos A. Right? Which is equal to sine of 2A, or 2 sine theta into cos theta is sine 2 theta. Right? So here the numerator is sine 60 minus 20, which is sine 40. And in the denominator we have 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, which is 1 by 4, into 2 sine 20 cos 20 is sine of 2 times 20. So sine of 2 theta or 2a is, here a is the angle. So sine of 2 times, here angle is 20 degree. Right? Therefore here in 1 by 4, the 4 goes to the numerator part. It becomes 4 times sine 40. Right? 4 times sine 40 divided by sine 2 into 20 is 40. Sine 40 and sine 40 will get cancelled. So we have 4 as the final answer. Right? So option C is the right answer. Question 11. Which of the following is correct? So tan 1, that tan 1 means tan 1 radian, right, is greater than tan 2. Option B is tan 1 is equal to tan 2. So option C, tan 1 radian is less than tan 2 radians. Whereas option D is tan 1 radian is equal to 1. Right? So which of the given options is correct? We need to decide. For that, so what is 1 radian? So here 1 radian is approximately equal to 57 degrees. Right? So tan 2. So what is 2 radians? 2 radians. So twice, approximately equal to twice of 57 degrees, which is 114 degrees. So keeping these values in our mind, so let us represent tan 1 and tan 2 on a Cartesian plane. Right? So we'll consider Cartesian plane. Cartesian plane. So on which, how do you represent tan 1 radian? So tan 1 radian is approximately equal to tan 57 degrees. Here the angle 57 degrees. So this angle lies between 0 and pi by 2. That means, so in first quadrant it lies, right? 57 degree. This angle lies in the first quadrant. Therefore, so let us represent 57 degrees. Right? So keeping the origin as center, draw a circle. Just imagine a circle is drawn over here. Yes. And the theta is 57 degrees. So we know that tan is always opposite by adjacent side. Right? So we'll consider tan theta here. Tan theta is always opposite by adjacent side here. So opposite side to theta is here. So let us draw a perpendicular to the x-axis. So this perpendicular is opposite side to theta and the adjacent side is this side, the positive x-axis value. So let it be AB. This perpendicular be AB. Therefore, so tan theta or tan 57 degree is positive. Tan 57 degree is positive because opposite side is positive x-axis. No, not x-axis, positive y-axis. This value AB is always positive because we are measuring the length from origin to positive y-axis. So along this positive y-axis, we are measuring AB. Therefore, AB is positive, whereas OB length is on positive y-axis. Therefore, OB is also positive. Therefore, tan 57, right? So tan 1, in other words, tan 1 is always positive because it lies in first quadrant. So we'll consider tan 2 radians. Tan 2 radians is approximately equal to tan 114 degree, right? Here 114 degree lies in second quadrant, right? Because this angle lies between pi by 2 and pi, 90 degree and 180 degree. Therefore, 114 degree lies in the second quadrant, in this quadrant, right? So always angles are measured from positive x-axis. So we have to take theta here, right? 114 as theta. So draw a line, right? So when you measure the angle, draw a line which touches the circle. From that point, draw a perpendicular to the x-axis. So here is the perpendicular. Let PQ be the perpendicular. So while considering tan 114 degree, here opposite side will be PQ, right? So because we have drawn perpendicular from point P to the x-axis, it may be positive x-axis or negative x-axis. It depends on the angle, right? Here angle is 114 degree in the second quadrant. Therefore, we are drawing the perpendicular to the negative x-axis, right? So here PQ by OQ is tan 114 degree and PQ is positive, right? Because which is along positive y-axis and OQ is negative. Because we are measuring the distance OQ along negative x-axis, therefore OQ is negative. Therefore, tan 114 is negative, right? That means tan 2 is negative value. That means which is less than 1. Therefore, tan 2 radian is less than tan 1. Right? The reason is tan 2 lies in the second quadrant, which has negative value. Right? Therefore, tan 2 less than tan 1 or tan 1 radian is greater than tan 2. Right? Both are same. So, option A is the right answer. Question number 12. Cos theta by 1 minus sin theta minus cos theta by 1 plus sin theta is equal to 2 is satisfied by which one of the following values of theta? So, among four options, pi by 2, pi by 3, pi by 4 and pi by 6. So, which of the values of theta satisfies the given equation, right? For that, so we have to consider, that means we have to substitute the value of theta as pi by 2, pi by 3, pi by 4 and pi by 6 separately. So let us consider option A. That means by substituting theta is equal to pi by 2. Given equation becomes cos pi by 2, which is cos 90 degree, by 1 minus sin 90 degree, minus cos pi by 2 by 1 plus sin pi by 2. We all know that cos 90 is 0, right? So no need to go for further calculation because 0 by any value doesn't give you final answer as 2, right? Therefore, no need to go for further calculation here, which is not equal to 2, right? Consider option B. So in option B, we have to substitute value of theta as pi by 3, right? So cos pi by 3. So what is pi by 3? Is nothing but cos 30 degree, right? So you can write pi by 3. Otherwise, you can write 30 also, right? So cos 30 by 1 minus sin 30 minus cos 30 by 1 plus sin 30. What's the value of cos 30? It is root 3 by 2, right? By 1 minus sin 30 is 1 by 2, right? Minus cos 30 again root 3 by 2 by 1 plus 1 by 2, 1 plus sin 30, right? Simplify it. So root 3 by 2. Here in the denominator, we have 2 as the denominator and numerator of the denominator becomes 1, right? So that we can cancel 2 and 2. And in the next term, we have root 3 by 2 and the denominator becomes 3 by 2. So we can cancel 2 and 2. So we have 3 in the denominator, 3 and 1, right? So LCM of denominator is 3 and the numerator becomes 3 root 3 minus root 3. So you won't get 2 as answer, right? 2 root 3 by 3 will give you 2 by root 3, right? Therefore, option B does not satisfy the equation, given equation. So we'll consider option C, pi by 4, right? So cos theta, pi by 4 is 45 degree, right? 45 degree. So we'll consider cos 45 degree by 1 minus sin 45 degree minus cos theta, again cos 45 degree by 1 plus sin 45 degree. So cos 45 is 1 by 2, right? So by 1 minus sin 45 is also 1 by root 2, not 2, sorry. 1 by root 2 and sin 45 is also 1 by root 2 minus again 1 by root 2 divided by 1 plus sin 45 is 1 by root 2. Simplify it, right? So here 1 by root 2 and in the denominator we have root 2 as the LCM and root 2 minus 1 in the numerator, right? Numerator of the denominator. Minus in the second term we have 1 by root 2 in the numerator and the denominator becomes root 2 plus 1 divided by root 2, right? So in both the terms we can cancel root 2 and root 2, root 2 and root 2. So we have 1 by root 2 minus 1 minus 1 by root 2 plus 1. Simplify it. So we have root 2 minus 1 into root 2 plus 1, which is root 2 the whole square minus 1 square, right? Which is in the form of a plus b into a minus b. And the numerator becomes root 2 plus 1 minus root 2 minus 1. So root 2 minus of minus 1 is plus 1, right? Therefore, so we can cancel root 2 and root 2. So we have 2 in the numerator and the denominator we have root 2 the whole square is 2 minus 1 square is 1. Therefore, we have 2 as the answer. Therefore, if the value of theta is pi by 4, which is 45 degree, so this satisfies the given equation. So LHS will be equal to 2, which is RHS, right? So pi by 4 satisfies the equation. Therefore, option C is the right answer. Question number 13. So here is an assertion and also a reason. So assertion says secant square 23 degree minus tan square 23 degree is equal to 1. And the reason is, so here is a slight correction. So it should be plus secant square theta. So it is not minus secant square theta. Secant square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1 for all real values of theta. So for all real values of theta means, so theta may be a 0 degree or 360 degree. That means theta lies between the real values 0 degree and 360 degree, right? The whole number, it may be a 45 degree, 90 degree, right? So any value, 270 degree, any value, right? So for all real values of theta, secant square theta minus tan square theta is 1. Therefore, secant square 23 degree minus tan square 23 degree is 1. Therefore, both A and R are individually true. So, option A is the right answer. And R is the correct explanation of A. Because R says the trigonometric formula, right? So, according to trigonometric formula, so 1 plus tan square theta is equal to secant square theta, standard trigonometric formula, right? Therefore, secant square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1 for all real values of theta. This is the correct reason for the given assertion. Therefore, option A is the right answer. Both A and R are individually true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Question number 14. What is the simplest value of 1 minus sin A cos A into sin square A minus cos square A whole divided by cos A into secant A minus cosecant A into sin cube A plus cos cube A. So here students, in the given expression, so except the uh, denominator part, secant A minus cosecant A, except this part. So in all other parts, the expression is in terms of sin and cos, right? So let us express secant A and cosecant A in terms of sin and cos, right? So the given expression is equal to, so we'll leave the first part as it is, 1 minus sin A into cos A as it is, right? Even sin square A minus cos square A. Otherwise, you can convert the sin square A into cos square A as sin A plus cos A. Sin A plus cos A into sin A minus cos A. Because sin square A minus cos square A is in the form of A square minus B square, right? Which is A plus B into A minus B, right? Therefore, sin A plus cos A into sin A minus cos A. And in the denominator, we have cos A into secant A is inverse of cos. Therefore, we can write secant A as 1 by cos A minus cosecant A is 1 by sin A. Right? Because, so secant theta is 1 by cos theta and cosecant theta is equal to 1 by sin theta. And the next term is sin cube A plus cos cube A, which is in the form of A cube plus B cube. A cube plus B cube is A plus B into A square plus B square minus AB. Minus AB, right? So using this formula, sin cube plus cos cube A can be written as sin A plus cos A plus B, right? Into sin square A plus cos square A minus sin A cos A, right? So therefore, yes, here 1 minus. So here 1 minus sin A cos A will write as it is 1 minus sin A into cos A. Here we'll cancel sin A plus cos A, sin A plus cos A, right? And we have sin A minus cos A. And in the denominator we have cos A, right? And in this term, right, which I am showing now, we have cos A into sin A as the LCM, and numerator of the denominator becomes sin A minus cos A. And lastly, we have this term, sin square A plus cos square A, which is 1 minus sin A cos A, right? So we can cancel 1 minus sin A cos A and 1 minus cos A sin A. And sin A minus cos A, sin A minus cos A, right? And this denominator of the denominator will go to numerator. So it becomes cos A into sin A in the numerator divided by, in the denominator we have cos A. So we can cancel cos A and cos A and we'll get sin A as the final answer, right? So option A is the right answer. Question number 15. If sin theta by 1 plus cos theta plus 1 plus cos theta by sin theta is equal to 4, then what is the value of theta? Where 0 less than or equal to theta less than or equal to pi by 2, right? So here, so among 5 options, which of the given options is correct? That means if you substitute the value of theta as the given options, right? So which of the given options satisfies the equation? That means LHS should be equal to RHS. Left hand side should be equal to right hand side, right? So let us substitute the value of theta as 30 degree, right? So the given equation becomes, so we'll consider only the LHS part. We have to check whether it is equal to 4 or not, right? So sin theta becomes sin 30 by 1 plus cos theta becomes cos 30 plus 1 plus cos 30 by sin 30. What is the value of sin 30? it is 1 by 2, right? And 1 plus cos 30. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Plus second term becomes 1 plus cos 30 is root 3 by 2 by sin 30 is 1 by 2. Right? So directly you can simplify the terms separately. So here we have 1 by 2 in the numerator, and in the denominator we have 2 as LCM and 2 plus root 3 in the numerator of the denominator. So you can cancel 2 and 2 here. Plus in the second term we have so 2 plus root 3 in the numerator, and 2 is the LCM here, divided by 1 by 2 in the denominator. Right? Now, we can cancel 2 and 2 here. So, we have 1 by 2 plus root 3 plus 2 plus root 3 by 1. Right? So, again, let us consider the LCM. So, 2 plus root 3 is the LCM. So, numerator becomes 1 plus 2 plus root 3 the whole square. Right? So, which is equal to 1 plus 2 plus root 3 the whole square means a plus b the whole square. A square, which is 4, 2 square, right? A square is 2 square, which is 4, plus b square is root 3 the whole square, which is 3 itself, plus 2ab. 2 times 2 into root 3, which is 4 root 3, by 2 plus root 3, right? So, we have 4 plus 3 plus 1, which is 8, plus 4 root 3 by 2 plus root 3. And we can simplify, right? So, by taking 4 as common in the numerator part, 4 into 2 plus root 3 by 2 plus root 3. Therefore, we have 4 as the final answer by cancelling 2 plus root 3 in the numerator and denominator. So, we have 4 as the final answer, right? Therefore, so if you substitute the value of theta as 30 degree, right? If theta is equal to 30 degree, LHS will be equal to RHS. That means, so 30 degree angle satisfies the given equation. So option A is the right answer, right? Question number 16. Students, here are 3 equations given. You can consider these as statements also. Here the question is, which of the statements given above are correct? Right? So let us consider the first statement, statement A, or you can consider it as equation 1. So here we need to decide whether left hand side is equal to right hand side or not, right? So let us consider LHS. Cos raised to 6a plus sin raised to 6a. I'll write cos raised to 6a as cos square a to the power of 3 plus sin raised to 6a as sin square a to the power of 3. Now this term or this expression is in the form of a cube plus b cube. What is a cube plus b cube formula? A plus b into a square plus b square minus ab. Right? So let us use this formula. So here a is cos square a plus b is sin square a into a square. A square is cos raised to 4a plus b square is sin raised to 4a minus cos square a into sin square a. Minus ab means minus cos square a into sin square a. Here students, cos square a plus sin square a. This term is always 1. Right? By the standard trigonometric formula, so cos square theta plus sin square theta is always 1. Into, so in the second term, we have cos raised to 4a plus sin raised to 4a. This can be written as cos square a plus sin square a the whole square minus 2 cos square a into sin square a. Because, so if you consider a square plus b square, which is always equal to a plus b the whole square minus 2ab. Since a plus b the whole square is a square plus b square plus 2ab, we have just rearranged these terms, right? Here we will consider a as cos square a square becomes cos raised to 4a, right? Therefore, so cos raised to 4a plus sin raised to 4a. So can be related to a square plus b square. So a square plus b square can be written as a plus b the whole square. Here a is cos square a plus b is sine square a, the whole square, minus 2 times ab. A is cos square a into sine square a, right? So this is the first term. And the last term is minus cos square a into sine square a, right? So here, students, we have cos square a plus sine square a the whole square. Since this term cos square a plus sine square a is 1, its square is also 1. Minus, so minus 2 cos square a into sine square a minus cos square into sine square a gives you 3 cos square a or 3 sine square a into cos square a. Both are same. Therefore, so RHS is 1 minus 3 sine square a into cos square a. So according to the given statement, so which is equal to LHS is equal to RHS. So first statement is true. Let us consider the second one. Second one, cos raised to 4a plus sine raised to 4a. Right? Just now we had discussed about a square plus b square. So which is always a plus b the whole square minus 2ab. Minus 2ab. Right? So here a is cos square a. Right? A square is cos raised to 4a. Right? So a plus b the whole square. So a plus b is sine square a the whole square minus 2 times cos square a into sine square a. 2 times ab, right? Since cos square a plus sine square a is 1, its square is also 1. Minus 2 times cos square a into sine square a. Therefore, here the RHS is exactly the RHS of given statement. Hence, second statement is also true. Let us consider the third one. So here, student, there is a slight change in third expression, third equation. So this should be minus cos raised to 4a minus sine raised to 4a, right? So third equation, cos raised to 4a minus sine raised to 4a. So which is in the form of a square, right? Minus b square, right? So we can write it as a plus b into a minus b. A minus b. So here a is cos square a plus b is sine square a. A plus b into a minus b, cos square a minus sine square a. Right? So here first term is equal to 1 into cos square a minus sine square a. So we all know that cos square theta minus sine square theta is cos 2 theta, right? Cos square theta minus sine square theta is always cos 2 theta. Right? So using this formula, cos square a minus sine square a can be written as cos 2a. Right? So the standard formula of trigonometry says cos 2 theta is always 2 cos square theta minus 1. Therefore, cos 2a can be written as 2 cos square a minus 1. 2 cos square a minus 1. Hence, third statement is also true. Therefore, all the given three statements are true. Hence, option D is the right answer. Question number 17. If secant alpha plus tan alpha into secant beta plus tan beta into secant gamma plus tan gamma is equal to tan alpha into tan beta into tan gamma, then secant alpha minus tan alpha into secant beta minus tan beta into secant gamma minus tan alpha tan gamma is equal to. Though the question looks a bit lengthy, the answer is very easy here, students. So we just consider the given equation, right? Multiply the given equation by the expression we need to find, the value of the expression we need to find. So multiply by secant alpha minus tan alpha into this term, the whole term, right? So multiply, when the given equation is multiplied by secant alpha minus tan alpha into secant beta minus tan beta into secant gamma minus tan gamma, right? So when it is multiplied by the expression we need to find out, right? So left hand side becomes, so what is left hand side? So secant alpha plus tan alpha. So we'll consider the similar terms together, right? So into, we'll take secant alpha minus tan alpha, right? Into, the next term is secant beta plus tan beta in the question. So when it is multiplied by the second term, so which is secant beta minus tan beta, into the third term is in terms of gamma. So secant gamma plus tan gamma into secant gamma minus tan gamma. Secant gamma minus tan gamma, right, is equal to multiply the same term to the RHS, right? So here RHS is tan alpha into tan beta, tan alpha into tan beta into tan gamma into, so these terms, secant alpha minus tan alpha into secant beta minus tan beta into secant gamma minus tan gamma, right? So let us consider the left hand side part. So here secant alpha plus tan alpha into secant alpha minus tan alpha is in the form of a plus b into a minus b. So which is equal to a square minus b square, right? So even the terms which contain beta and gamma also. So all these terms are in the form of a plus b into a minus b. So we can equate these terms to a square minus b square, right? So a square is here secant square alpha minus tan square alpha into, so in terms of beta, so secant square beta minus tan square beta into secant square gamma minus tan square gamma is equal to the RHS part, right? So RHS part, let it be as it is. So here we know that secant square theta minus tan square theta is always 1, right? So I just mentioned here for your reference, secant square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. So keeping this formula in our mind, so we can equate first term, secant square alpha minus tan square alpha is equal to 1, and secant square beta minus tan square beta is also 1 into secant square gamma into tan square, not into, minus tan square gamma is also 1, is equal to the RHS. So RHS is tan alpha into tan beta into tan gamma into secant alpha minus tan alpha into secant beta minus tan beta into secant gamma minus tan gamma, right? So let us take all these tan functions, tan alpha, beta and gamma to the LHS part. It becomes 1 by tan alpha into 1 by tan beta into 1 by tan gamma is equal to, so the remaining part in the RHS is secant alpha minus tan alpha. The expression or the value of the expression we need to find, right? So according to the question, secant beta minus tan beta into secant gamma minus tan gamma. So therefore this expression, so which is in the RHS, so the same expression we need to find, right? According to the question. So this expression is equal to, so 1 by tan alpha is cot alpha, since tan is inverse of cot, right? 1 by tan beta is cot beta and 1 by tan gamma, this is gamma, is cot gamma. Cot gamma is equal to, so this expression, secant alpha minus tan alpha and so on. Therefore, the answer for the given question is cot alpha into cot beta into cot gamma. So option A is the right answer. Question number 18. If sine x minus cos x is equal to 0, then what is the value of sine raised to 4x plus cos raised to 4x? So this is also a very easy question, students. So here, instead of going for any formula, we are directly taking the given equation, which is sine x minus cos x is 0. Using this equation, we are going to find the value of x. So which is the angle here. So x is the angle here. So sine x minus cos x is 0. Therefore, sine x is equal to cos x. So sine x is equal to cos x is only possible when x value is pi by 4. Right? So which is 45 degree. Sine 45 is 1 by root 2 and also cos 45 is 1 by root 2, right? So for the value of x, which is pi by 4, sine x is equal to cos x. Therefore, x is 45 degree. Therefore, sine raised to 4x plus cos raised to 4x. So sine raised to 4x is nothing but sine x to the power of 4 plus cos x to the power of 4. Both are same. So what is sine x? Sine 45 degree to the power of 4 plus cos 45 degree to the power of 4. Right? What is sine 45? 1 by root 2. Right? Raised to 4 plus cos 45 is also 1 by root 2 raised to 4. Therefore, 1 by root 2 raised to 4 is 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, which is 1 by 4 plus second term is also 1 by 4. Therefore, so quarter plus quarter is half. 1 by 2 is the final answer. Hence, option C is the right answer. Question number 19. How many solutions do the equation sine theta plus cos theta is equal to 2 have? Students, there are two methods to solve this. So the simplest method is considering the sine theta and cos theta values for different angles, right? So we'll consider the angle theta as 0 degree, for 30 degree, for 45 degree, then for 60 degree, then for 90 degree, right? So for 0 degree, sine theta is always 0 for angle 0, right? And cos theta is 1. So cos 0 is 1, right? So sine 30 is always 1 by 2. Whereas cos 30 is root 3 by 2, right? Sine 45 is 1 by root 2. Cos 45 is also 1 by root 2. Whereas sine 60 is root 3 by 2. Cos 60 is 1 by 2. Sine 90 is always 1. Cos 90 is 0. So we'll consider sine theta plus cos theta. For different angles, we'll consider sine theta plus cos theta. For angle 0, sine theta plus cos theta is 1. For angle 30 degree, add these two values, 1 by 2 plus root 3 by 2. So we will have 1 plus root 3 by 2, right? So here for 45 degree, so you will get 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2. So you will get, so 2 by root 2, which is root 2, right? Sine theta plus cos theta is root 2 for 45 degree angle. And for 60 degree angle, so also you will get root 3 plus 1 by 2, right? Sine theta plus cos theta will be equal to root 3 plus 1. For 90 degree angle, sine theta plus cos theta is equal to 1, right? So in any of these cases, sine theta plus cos theta is not equal to 2, right? So sine theta plus cos theta cannot be equal to 2 for any of these angles, right? Therefore, so the given equation has no solution. You cannot predict for angle theta. For what angle the expression sine theta plus cos theta is equal to 2? For this question, you don't have any answer. That means the equation has no solution. So theta has no value such that sine theta plus cos theta is equal to 2, right? Therefore, the equation has no solution. This is the simplest method to solve this question, right? So another method is, I'll write here only. So by these values, so sine theta plus cos theta values, so 1 and 1 plus root 3 by 2, for all these values, so we can conclude that sine theta plus cos theta, so this value lies between minus root 2 and plus root 2. Right? If you take the obtuse angle also, so more than 90 degree or more than 180 degree, right? It's for any angle, sine theta plus cos theta can be minus, it lies between minus root 2 and plus root 2. So even it cannot be equal to minus root 2 also, right? So it lies between these two values. So it cannot be greater than root 2. Therefore, sine theta plus cos theta cannot be equal to 2. This is another method, right? So one more method is, so I'll consider Sin theta plus cos theta equal to 2. This expression. So we'll square this expression. On squaring the given equation, so LHS becomes sin theta plus cos theta the whole square is equal to, so RHS is 2, it's a square. So LHS is in the form of a plus b whole square, so which is a square is sin square theta, plus b square is cos square theta, plus 2 times ab, 2 sin theta cos theta is equal to 2 square is 4, right? Since sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1, so it becomes 1 plus 2 sin theta cos theta is equal to 4. Therefore, 2 sin theta into cos theta is equal to 4 minus 1, which is 3, right? So what is 2 sin theta cos theta? The formula says sine of 2 theta is 2 sin theta cos theta, right? Is equal to 3. Here, sine of an angle cannot be equal to 3 because, so sine theta always lies between 0 and 1. Because sine 0 is 0, sine 90 is 1. So 0 less than or equal to sine theta less than or equal to 1. So sine theta lies between 0 and 1. So sine of 2 theta cannot be equal to 3. Right? This means, so 2 theta should have some value, right? So so there is no value for 2 theta, therefore no value for theta. Right? Therefore, so the equation has no solution only because of this reason. So what is the reason? Sine theta lies between 0 and 1. So sine 2 theta also, so it doesn't have any value. That means according to the equation, it is equal to 3. The sine 2 theta is 3, which is not possible. Which is not possible. Therefore, so the given equation has no solution. No solution means, so theta cannot have any value for the given equation. So option A is the right answer. Question 20. If x cos 60 degree plus y cos 0 degree is equal to 3, then what is the value of x? Students, we have two unknown terms here, x and y. Therefore, we should have two equations. So there is a slight correction in the given question. So we have one more equation, which is 4x sine 30 minus y cot 45 is equal to 2, right? So considering these two equations, 1 and 2, we need to solve and find the value of x, right? Consider the first equation, x cos 60 degrees. So cos 60 is always 1 by 2, right? So x into 1 by 2 plus cos 0, y into cos 0 is 1. Y into 1 is equal to 3, right? So simplify it. So by taking 2 as LCM, so x plus 2y by 2 is equal to 3. So x plus 2y is equal to 6. Consider this as equation 3. Let us consider the second equation, 4x sine 30. So 4x sine 30 is always 1 by 2, right? Cos 60 is equal to sine 30. So sine 30 is always 1 by 2 minus y into cot 45 is always 1 is equal to 2. So 4x minus 2y is equal to, so divided by 2. So we have taken 2 as LCM. 4x minus 2y by 2 is equal to 2. So 4x minus 2y is equal to 4. Consider this as equation 4. So let us add equation 3 and 4 so that we can avoid y value. 2y and 2y will get cancelled. So 3 plus 4 gives, 3 plus 4 gives x plus 4x, right, plus 2y minus 2y is equal to 6 plus 4, right? So x plus 4x is 5x, 2y and minus 2y will get cancelled. So which is equal to 10. So value of x is equal to 10 by 5, which is 2. So x is equal to 2. Option D is the right answer. Question number 21. What is the value of given expression, right? So in the given expression, we have sin cube x plus cos cube x in the numerator. So which is in the form of a cube plus b cube. What is a cube plus b cube? a plus b into a square plus b square minus ab. Right? So apply this formula to sine cube x plus cos cube x. So it becomes a plus b, which is sine x plus cos x into a square plus b square. Here a square is sine square x plus b square is cos square x minus ab sine x into cos x divided by sine x plus cos x plus we have another term sine x into cos x. So let us take the LCM of the denominators. So here the second term has denominator 1. LCM of the denominators is sin x into cos x. And the numerator becomes, so the first numerator will be as it is, sin x plus cos x into, we have sin square x plus cos square x, which is 1 minus sin x into cos x. Plus, so in the second term, we have sin x into cos x. So, which is multiplied by the denominator of the previous term, which is sin x plus cos x. So, we have in the denominator sin x plus cos x. It is not into sin x plus cos x. So, in the numerator, so we have sin x plus cos x as common term. So, we'll take out sin x plus cos x. And the remaining term is 1 minus sin x into cos x. And in the second term, we have sin x into cos x. Right? Divided by sin x plus cos x. So we can cancel sin x plus cos x and sin x plus cos x and minus sin x into cos x plus sin x into cos x. So we'll have 1 as the final answer. Right? So 1 minus 0 gives 1. So option D is the right answer. Question number 22. If sine theta plus cos theta is equal to root 2, what is the value of sine raised to 6 theta plus cos raised to 6 theta? So an easy question, students. So we all know that sum of sine theta and cos theta lies between minus root 2 and plus root 2. Here sin theta plus cos theta is equal to root 2. So lies between means it can be equal to root 2 or minus root 2, right? So here sin theta plus cos theta is equal to root 2 and we all know that sin 45 degree is equal to cos 45 degree is equal to 1 by root 2. So 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2 will give you root 2, right? So possible value of theta is 45 degree. So that sin 45 degree plus cos 45 degree becomes 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2, which is 2 by root 2 is equal to root 2, right? 2 can be written as root 2 into root 2. So 1 root 2 will get cancelled. So root 2 is the answer. For theta is equal to 45 degrees, sin theta plus cos theta becomes root 2. Right? So here theta is 45 degree. Then what is the value of sine raised to 6 theta plus cos raised to 6 theta? So sine raised to 6 theta can be written as sine theta to the power of 6 plus cos theta to the power of 6. What is theta? 45 degree. So sine 45 degree to the power of 6 plus cos 45 degree to the power of 6. Just substituting the values. So sin 45 is 1 by root 2 raised to 6 plus cos 45 is 1 by root 2. So raise the power to 6. So 1 by root 2 to the power of 6 is 1 by 8 because 1 by root 2 square is 1 by 2. So into 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, right? So 1 by 8 plus 1 by 8 is equal to 2 by 8 is nothing but 1 by 4, right? So 1 by 4 is the answer. Option A is the right answer, right? So one more method is considering sin theta plus cos theta. So squaring both sides. There is another method. You can go for that. So easiest method is directly by taking the value of theta, because we know the value of sine theta and cos theta, and the sum lies between minus root 2 and plus root 2, right? So the value of theta is 45 degree. Only for sine 45 and cos 45, so which is equal to 1 by root 2, their sum will be equal to root 2, right? So therefore, so the final answer is 1 by 4. Question number 23. If A is equal to cos x into cos y, B is equal to sin x into sin y, and C is equal to sin square x plus sin square y, then what is the value of A square minus B square? So we'll consider A square minus B square. So A square becomes a cos square x into cos square y, right? So cos square x into cos square y minus, so B is sin x into sin y. So B square becomes sin square x into sin square y. Sin square y, right? So here C is given in terms of sine, right? So let us express cos square x and cos square y in terms of sine, right? Since sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1, so cos square x can be written as 1 minus sin square x, right? So 1 minus sin square x into cos square y can be written as 1 minus sin square y minus sin square x into sin square y. Sin square y. So let us expand the first two terms, right? So 1 into 1, 1. Minus 1 into sin square y. So minus sin square y. So minus sin square y, sin square x into 1. So minus sin square x. So minus of minus plus sin square x into sin square y. So sin square y. So minus the second term, right? Minus sin square x into sin square y. So we can cancel sin square x into sin square y, right? So here 1 minus of sin square y plus sin square x. So we have taken minus outside, right? So it becomes sin square x plus sin square y, right? So it is given that sin square x plus sin square y is c, right? So we can write 1 minus c. So a square minus b square is equal to 1 minus c. Hence option B is the right answer. Question number 24. If sin A plus sin B plus sin C plus sin D is equal to 4, what is the value of cos A plus cos B plus cos C plus cos D? Students, we all know that the possible value of sin theta is always less than or equal to 1. Right? So maximum value or maximum possible value for sin theta is equal to 1 or less than 1. Right? So here there are 4 terms. In the given equation, there are 4 terms. Therefore, possible value for sin A, sin B, sin C and sin D are 1, 1, 1, 1. This is the maximum possible value, so that their sum becomes 4. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 becomes a 4. Therefore, sin A is equal to, sin B is equal to, sin C is equal to, sin D is equal to 1, right? So if you consider any one function, so for example, sin B is less than 1, for example, because it can be less than 1, right? If sin B is less than 1, so in the remaining functions, so one of the functions should be greater than 1, which is not possible in case of sine function, right? Therefore, since there are 4 terms, so each term is equal to 1, so that their sum becomes 4, right? Therefore, so sin A is equal to sin B is equal to sin C is equal to sin D. So each function is equal to 1. Therefore, angle A, what is the measure of angle A here? So sin A is equal to 1. Therefore, angle A is equal to 90 degree. So which is equal to angle B, C and D. Right? So all the angles are equal. So that sine of each angle is equal to 1. Right? And their sum is equal to 4. So what is the measure of cos A here? cos A, we will consider plus cos B, plus cos C, plus cos D, right? So what is cos A? Cos 90 degree, right? Plus cos B. So B is also 90 degree. Cos 90 degree plus cos 90 degree. So we all know that cos of 90 degree is always 0, right? So we'll have 0 as the final answer, right? So 0 is the final answer, option A. Question number 25. If cosecant theta plus sine theta divided by cosecant theta minus sine theta is equal to 5 by 3, where theta lies between 0 and 90 degree, what is the value of tan theta? So here students, we need to find the value of tan theta. So we all know that tan theta is always sine by cos, sine theta by cos theta. Therefore, we need to express the given equation in terms of sine and cos, right? Since cosecant is inverse of sine, so cosecant theta is 1 by sine theta. So we can write cosecant in terms of sine, not in terms of cos, right? So let us consider the given equation, right? So cosecant theta plus sine theta can be written as 1 by sine theta plus sine theta by 1 by sine theta. Again, we have cosecant theta minus sine theta is equal to 5 by 3. So that in the numerator and denominator, we'll have 1 plus sine square theta and 1 minus sine square theta, right? After simplification. So 1 minus sine square theta is cos square theta. We all know that. Therefore, we can express the given equation in terms of sine and cos, right? So here, so in the numerator of LHS part, so we have sine theta in the denominator and we have 1 in the denominator, right? So we'll take the LCM. So your sine theta is LCM and the numerator becomes 1 plus sine square theta, right? Sine theta into sine theta, this sine theta, divided by, whole divided by. So consider the denominator part. So in which, so we'll take sine theta as LCM and the numerator becomes 1 minus sine square theta is equal to 5 by 3, right? In the RHS part. So now let us consider the numerator part. We have 1 plus sine square theta by sine theta. Here we can cancel sine theta and sine theta, right? So we'll have 1 plus sine square theta divided by 1 minus sine square theta is equal to cos square theta, because cos square theta plus sine square theta is always 1. So that 1 minus sine square theta becomes cos square theta is equal to 5 by 3. Right? So again, let us express the given equation in terms of tan here now, right? Because we need the value of tan theta, right? So here we'll write 1 by cos square theta. So the LHS will be equal to 1 by cos square theta plus, so the second term is sine square theta by cos square theta is equal to 5 by 3, right? So how tan and cos are related? There is no direct relation between tan and cos. So if there is a sine function, then only tan theta is equal to sine by cos, right? So here 1 by cos square theta. So first let us convert the cos square theta into secant square theta, because 1 by cos square or inverse of cos is secant, right? So secant square theta is equal to 1 by cos square theta. So we'll write secant square theta, 1 by cos square theta as secant square theta. Because why do we need secant square theta? Because secant square theta is equal to 1 plus tan square theta. We can write secant in terms of tan, right? Therefore, we have taken secant square theta here. So here secant square theta plus sine square theta by cos square theta is tan square theta is equal to 5 by 3. So let us express secant in terms of tan, right? Secant square theta is 1 plus tan square theta plus the second term, so which is tan square theta is equal to 5 by 3. So 2 tan square theta is equal to 5 by 3 minus 1. Simplify it, you will get the answer. So 5 by 3 minus 1. So 3 is LCM. So we have 2 in the numerator. Therefore, tan square theta is equal to, so 2 by 3 into 2, so which is 1 by 3. So here we need the value of tan theta. Tan theta is root of 1 by 3, which is 1 by root 3, right? Therefore, 1 by root 3 is the answer. Option B is the right answer, right? Here, students, so I'll repeat once again, we need the value of tan theta. For that, we have to express the given equation in terms of sine and cos first. Since cosecant is given here, so cosecant can easily be expressed in terms of sine. So let us express that part, right? So after simplification, we have 1 plus a sine square theta in the numerator here, which I am showing now, and cos square theta in the denominator, right? Again, express the LHS part in terms of, yes, by splitting. So we have 1 by cos square theta. So express LHS part in terms of secant square theta, because already we have the ready-made value, which is 1 by cos square theta, which is secant square theta, right? Because secant square theta can easily be expressed in terms of tan theta, right? At the end, we need the expression in terms of tan, right? We need the value of tan. Therefore, we are expressing secant square theta in terms of tan square theta. So which is 1 plus tan square theta plus the second term is tan square theta itself is equal to the RHS part, right? So after simplification, so we have got the answer for tan theta, which is 1 by root 3. Therefore, option B is the right answer. Question number 26. The value of 1 plus cos pi by 8 into 1 plus cos 3 pi by 8 into 1 plus cos 5 pi by 8 into 1 plus cos 7 pi by 8 is. So we'll write the given expression. So 1 plus cos pi by 8, right, into 1 plus cos 3 pi by 8. Let the first two terms be as it is. So we'll write the third term. So which is 1 plus cos 5 pi by 8, in which, so we'll write cos 5 pi by 8 can be written as cos of pi minus 3 pi by 8, right? Cos 5 pi by 8 can be written as cos pi minus 3 pi by 8. So that here 8 becomes LCM. So 8 pi minus 3 pi gives 5 pi, right? So here we know that cos of pi minus theta. So what is cos pi minus theta? So is always minus cos theta, right? Therefore, so cos pi minus 3 pi by 8 can be written as minus cos 3 pi by 8. Therefore, cos 5 pi by 8 is equal to minus cos 3 pi by 8. Therefore, third term can be written as 1. Here, plus cos 5 pi by 8 is minus cos 3 pi by 8. 1 minus cos 3 pi by 8, right? Into the last term. So, in which cos 7 pi by 8 can be written as cos of pi minus pi by 8, right? Again, cos pi minus theta is minus cos theta. So, minus cos pi by 8. Therefore, cos 7 pi by 8 is equal to minus cos pi by 8. Therefore, the last term will be written as 1 minus cos pi by 8. Plus becomes minus here, right? So, let us consider first and the last term. 1 plus cos pi by 8 into 1 minus cos pi by 8, which is in the form of a plus b into a minus b, right? So, is equal to a square minus b square. A square minus b square, right? Therefore, apply the same rule for first and last term. So, 1 plus cos pi by 8 into 1 minus cos pi by 8 is a square minus b square, which is 1 minus cos square pi by 8. B square is cos square pi by 8 into, so apply the same rule for second and third terms. So 1 plus cos 3 pi by 8 into 1 minus cos 3 pi by 8, which is 1 square minus, 1 square is 1 itself, cos square 3 pi by 8. Right? So we know that 1 minus cos square theta is equal to sin square theta. 1 minus cos square theta is sin square theta. Therefore, first term can be written as sin square theta is pi by 8 here. And in the second term, theta is 3 pi by 8. So it becomes sin square 3 pi by 8. Right? So I just rewrite this expression sine square pi by 8 into sine square 3 pi by 8 as 1 by 4 into 2 times sine pi by 8 into sine 3 pi by 8 the whole square. Both are same. So this expression and the last what I have written here, right? So both are same. I have just rewritten this expression, right? So by taking 1 by 4 into, so here 2 square is 4 itself. There is no change in the value of the expression here, right? So again, I'll write 1 by 4 into 2 times. Here I'll write sine pi by 8 as sine of, so pi by 2, right? Pi by 2 minus pi by 4 divided by 2, whole divided by 2, right? Here sine pi by 8 can be written as sine pi by 2 minus pi by 4 whole divided by 2. So here 4 is the LCM. So numerator becomes 2 pi minus pi, which is pi, and 4 into 2 becomes 8, right? So again, the second function sine of 3 pi by 8 can be written as sine of sine pi by 4, right? So otherwise pi by 2 itself. We'll write a minute. Sine of, yes, pi by 2 plus pi by 4. Right? Sine of pi by 2 plus pi by 4 whole divided by 2. Right? The whole square. Square it. Because in the expression we have a square here. Right? So this expression which is inside the bracket, right? Inside the bracket is in the form of 2 sine a plus b by 2 into sine b minus a by 2. Right? If we take a as pi by 4, b as pi by 2. Right? So b minus a becomes pi by 2 minus pi by 4. So b plus a or a plus b becomes, here a is pi by 4, b is pi by 2. Right? So 2 sine a plus b by 2 into sine b minus a by 2 is cos a minus cos b by the standard formula of trigonometry. So it is cos a minus cos b. Right? Therefore, so the expression can be written as 1 by 4 into cos of, here a is pi by 4 minus cos of b is pi by 2. The whole square. Don't forget to write the square here. Right? So what is cos pi by 4? Cos pi by 4 is cos 45, which is 1 by root 2. Whereas cos pi by 2 is cos 90, which is 0. Substitute the values here. 1 by 4 into 1 by root 2 minus 0 the whole square. Right? So 1 by 4. So into 1 by root 2 the square is 1 by 2. Therefore, we have 1 by 8 as the final answer. 1 by 8. Option C is the right answer. Here, the important thing is, so knowing the value of 2 sine A plus B by 2 into sine B minus A by 2 is cos A minus cos B. And before that, convert the expression. So this expression which I am showing in terms of 2 sine A plus B by 2 into B minus A by 2. Right? This is very important step here. Right? Therefore, the final answer is 1 by 8. Question number 27. If secant, here there is a small correction, students. Secant theta is equal to, so secant theta value is root of 2 plus root 2 plus root 2, so on up to infinity. Then what is the value of cos theta into 1 plus 2 cos theta? Right? So here secant theta value is given. First, we need to find what is theta. Then only we can easily find the value of the expression cos theta into 1 plus 2 cos theta, right? So for how to find value of theta, for that, let us consider right hand side of the given equation. So which is root 2 plus root 2 so on up to infinity, right? So let us consider root 2 plus root 2 plus root 2 so on up to infinity be x. So let this value be x, right? So let us square the equation, right? Squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides. So you will get square root of a number. It's a square, right? So here square root of a number. Let the number be x. Its square is the number itself, right? So apply the same rule here. So here is a square root. So inside that we have 2 plus 2 root 2 so on up to infinity, right? So its square becomes 2 plus root 2 plus root 2 so on up to infinity. Right? We have just removed one root here, right? One root. Therefore, it becomes 2 plus square root of 2 plus root of 2 plus root of so on up to infinity is equal to, so square of right hand side is x square, right? So 2 plus, so here the second part is root 2 plus root 2 plus root 2. So which is x itself according to our assumption. So which is x is equal to x square. Therefore, we can write x square minus x minus 2 is equal to 0. Just interchange LHS and RHS and club all the terms together. You will get x square minus x minus 2 is equal to 0, a quadratic equation. So how to solve quadratic equation? Solving a quadratic equation means finding the value of unknown term. Here it is x, right? How to find the value of x? By splitting the middle term, right? So middle term is minus x, which can be written as minus 2x plus x. So that product of their coefficient, so minus 2 into plus 1 is minus 2, which is the last term, right? The last term, which is minus 2, right? Is equal to 0. Take first two terms where x is common and the remaining term becomes x minus 2. And the last two terms in which plus 1 is common, right? And the remaining term becomes x minus 2 is equal to 0. So x minus 2 is equal to 0 or x plus 1 is equal to 0. Therefore, we have two values for x. X is equal to 2 and x is equal to minus 1. So what is x according to our assumption? X is root 2 plus so on up to infinity. So according to the question, secant theta is root 2 plus root 2, right? Which is x, right? Therefore, secant theta is equal to x, right? So possible value for secant theta. So there are two values for secant theta. So it is 2 or secant theta is equal to minus 1. For what value of theta? Secant theta is equal to 2. For theta is equal to 60 degree. For theta is equal to 60 degree, secant theta is equal to 2. Right? Secant 60 degree is equal to 2. Right? For what value of theta? Secant theta becomes minus 1. For pi, right? If theta is equal to pi or 180 degree, so secant pi is equal to minus 1. Right? So pi or 180 degree. Right? Therefore, so either you can substitute the value of theta as 60 degree or 180 degree. So there will not be any change in the value of the expression. So we'll consider the expression cos theta into 1 plus 2 cos theta. So cos theta into 1 plus 2 cos theta becomes. Here theta is 60 degree, right? So cos 60 degree into 1 plus 2 cos 60 degree. What's the value of cos 60? It is 1 by 2 into 1 plus 2 into cos 60 is 1 by 2. 2 into 1 by 2. Therefore, we have 1 by 2. So inside the bracket, we have 1 plus 1, which is 2. Therefore, so 2 by 2, which is 1. 1 is the final answer. So which is for theta is equal to 60 degree, right? So let us check whether we will get the same value for the given expression or not. For theta is equal to 180 degree, right? Or pi. So cos theta into 1 plus 2 cos theta becomes, cos theta is cos pi into 1 plus 2 cos pi. What's the value of cos pi? So since secant pi is minus 1, inverse of secant is cos, which is also minus 1. 1 by minus 1 gives minus 1 into 1 plus 2 cos. 2 cos pi is minus 1, right? minus 1 into 1 minus 2 is minus 1. So you will have same value, right? So for theta is equal to 60 degree and theta is equal to 180 degree, you will get the same value, right? Therefore, value of the given expression is plus 1. Option C is the right answer. Question 28. What is the value of the expression 3 tan square pi by 6 plus 4 by 3 cos square pi by 6 minus 1 by 2 cot cube pi by 4 minus 2 by 3 sin square pi by 3 plus 1 by 8 secant raised to 4 pi by 3. So let us consider each function, right? So here tan square pi by 6 is nothing but tan pi by 6 the whole square, right? Both are same. We'll consider tan pi by 6. What is pi by 6? Which is nothing but 30 degree, right? 180 by 6 is 30 degree. So tan 30, what is the value of tan 30? It is 1 by root 3, right? So we'll consider cos pi by 6. So what is cos pi by 6? Again, cos 30. So cos 30 is root 3 by 2. You should know all these values, right? So then cot pi by 4. Cot pi by 4 means cot of 45 degree. So cot 45 is inverse of tan 45. Since tan 45 is 1, cot 45 is also 1. Right? Next comes sin pi by 3. Sin pi by 3 means sine of 60 degree. Right? So sine of 60 degree and cot 30 degree. Both are not cot, cos 30 degree. Both are same. Sin 60 is also root 3 by 2. And secant pi by 3. Secant pi by 3 is nothing but secant 60 degree, right? So what is the value of secant 60? So which is inverse of cos 60. Since cos 60 is 1 by 2, secant 60 is also 1 by 2. Not 1 by 2, inverse of 1 by 2, which is 2. Sorry. So secant 60 is 2, right? Now substitute these values. So 3 times tan square pi by 6, which is 1 by root 3 the whole square, minus 4 by 3 into cos square pi by 6. Cos pi by 6 is root 3 by 2, its whole square, minus 1 by 2 cot cube pi by 4. So cot pi by 4 is 1, its cube, minus 2 by 3 sin square pi by 3. Sin pi by 3 is root 3 by 2, it's a square, right? Plus 1 by 8 secant raised to 4 pi by 3. Secant pi by 3 is 2, right? 2 raised to 4. So simplified. 3 into 1 by 3 minus 4 by 3 into 3 by 4, right? Second term. And the third term becomes 1 by 2. Fourth term becomes minus 2 by 3 into 3 by 4 plus, so 2 raised to 4 is 16 by 8. Therefore, so 3 and 3 will get cancelled. 1. So here it is plus, not minus. First term plus, right? So first term plus. Plus, here 4 and 4, 3 and 3 will get cancelled. So 1 plus 1 minus 1 by 2. Again here 3 and 3 will get cancelled. 2 into 2 is 4. So you'll have minus 1 by 2 plus 2 at the end. So 8 into 2 is 16, right? So we have 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 2, 4, right? Minus half is minus 1. 4 minus 1 is equal to 3 is the final answer. So option A is the right answer. Question 29. If tan theta is equal to P by Q, then what is P secant theta minus Q cosecant theta divided by P secant theta plus Q cosecant theta? So very easy question, students. Here tan theta is given, right? So which is P by Q. So how do you write tan theta in terms of sine and cos? So tan theta is sine theta by cos theta, right? Therefore, sine theta is equal to P, cos theta is equal to Q, right? Sine theta is equal to P, cos theta is equal to Q. Why do we need sine and cos here? because we can easily express secant theta and cosecant theta in terms of sine and cos, right? So therefore, we need sine and cos value. So the given expression is equal to P into secant theta can be written as 1 by cos theta because secant is inverse of cos. So that you can easily substitute the value of cos here, right? Minus Q into cosecant theta is inverse of sine, right? Therefore, first we need to find the value of sine and cos since tan can be written in terms of sine and cos, right? Therefore, so denominator becomes P into secant theta is again 1 by cos theta plus Q into 1 by sine theta, right? Now substitute the value of sine and cos. So P by cos theta is Q, P by Q minus Q by sine is P divided by, right? So denominator becomes P by cos is Q plus Q by sine is P. Simplify it. So in the numerator, we have P into Q as the LCM and numerator of the numerator becomes P square minus Q square, right? So then in the denominator part, we have PQ as LCM and numerator of the denominator becomes P square plus Q square. Now we can cancel PQ and PQ. So you have P square minus Q square divided by P square plus Q square as the final answer, right? So in the given options, you have P square minus Q square by Q square plus P square. Option C, right? So option C is the right answer, right? One more method is you have to convert secant square in terms of tan, right? Since 1 plus tan square theta is secant square theta, then secant theta becomes a root of 1 plus tan square theta. Then substitute the value of tan. It becomes, so 1 plus tan square theta becomes P square by Q square. Then you have to substitute the value of tan theta in the expression, right? Then, so it becomes a lengthy process, lengthy step. Therefore, so the easiest method is better to express tan in terms of sine and cos, then substitute the values of sine and cos. So this will be easy, right? Therefore, the final answer is option C. Question number 30. If 2 sine theta is equal to secant theta, what is the value of sine raised to 4 theta plus cos raised to 4 theta? And easy question, students. So here the given expression sine raised to 4 theta plus cos raised to 4 theta. So can be written as sine square theta plus cos square theta, the whole square, minus 2 sine square theta into cos square theta. Since a square plus b square is equal to a plus b the whole square minus 2ab, right? So the given expression can be written like this. So because here a plus b whole square formula we all know, right? Which is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. Just we have rearranged these terms, right? So the given expression is in the form of a square plus b square. Here a square is sine square theta plus cos square theta. Plus cos square theta is b square, right? So its whole square minus this term, second term. Since sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1, value of sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So you can write first term as 1 and its square. So 1 square minus 2 times sine square into cos square theta can be written as 1 by secant square theta because cos theta is inverse of secant. Why we are converting cos square in terms of secant square? Because secant theta value is already given here, right? We are going to substitute the value of secant theta here, right? So 1 minus 2 sine square theta into 1 by secant theta is 2 sine theta. So secant square theta becomes 4 sine square theta, right? So we can cancel secant square theta and secant square theta and we'll have 1 by 2 in the second term, right? So it becomes 1 minus 1 by 2. So 1 minus half is half itself. 1 by 2 is the final answer. So option B is the right answer. Question number 31. If sin x into cos x is equal to 1 by 2, what is the value of sin x minus cos x? Right? So here students will consider sin x minus cos x the square. The formula is a minus b the whole square, right? Which is a square plus b square minus 2ab. Why we are taking this formula or why we are squaring the given equation or given expression? Because if we square the given expression, you will get sine square plus cos square, right? So initially you will get sine square plus cos square minus 2 sin x into cos x. Sine square x plus cos square x is equal to 1, right? So minus 2 sin x cos x. Since sin x into cos x value is already given, right? So sin square x plus cos square x is 1 minus 2 into sin x into cos x is 1 by 2. Therefore, we have 1 minus 1 which is equal to 0 as the final answer. So option C is the right answer. Students, if you want to practice such type of questions and questions on many more topics, please visit our website www.examsnet.com. You can also download our app. The link is given in the description box. Question number 32. What is the value of sine 2 degree into sine 4 degree into sine 6 so on up to sine 88 degree whole divided by cos 88 degree into cos 86 into cos 84 so on up to cos 2 degree. So here students will write the numerator as sine 2 degree can be written as sine 90 minus 88, which is nothing but sine 2 degree, right? Whereas sine 4 degree can be written as sine 90 minus 86, right? Whereas sine 6 degree can be written as sine 90 minus 84 degree, right? Like that we can write, so sine 2, 4, 6, 8, right? In terms of 90 minus theta. So up to sine 88 degree can be written as sine 90 minus 2 degrees, right? Whole divided by, let the denominator part be as it is, cos 88 degree into cos 86, so on up to cos 2 degrees, right? Here, consider the numerator in which, so sine 90 minus 88 degree is in the form of sine 90 minus theta. Sine 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta, right? Therefore, here theta is 88 degree. So sine 90 minus theta is cos theta, which is cos 88 degree. Into, again sine minus theta, where theta is 86 degree, right? Which is equal to cos 86 degree into cos 84 degree, so on up to cos sine 90 minus 2 degrees cos 2 degree. Divided by, so denominator will be as it is, cos 88 degree into cos 86 degree, so on up to cos 2 degrees. So we can cancel cos 88 and 86, so on up to cos 2 degree. Therefore, we'll have 1 as the final answer, right? So option B is the right answer. So here another method is, so convert the denominators. So denominators are in terms of here cos 88, cos 86, right? In terms of cos functions. Convert this cos into sine. So cos 90 minus theta is equal to sine theta. You will get the same answer, right? So instead of writing cos 88, we can write cos of 90 minus 2 degree, which is sine 2 degree, so that we can cancel sine 2 and sine 2, right? Either we can follow first method, which is conversion of sine to cosine, or second method is converting cosine to sine. Both are same, right? So finally, you will get the answer 1. So option B is the right answer. Question 33. The value of cos 105 degree plus sine 105 degree is. Here students, we don't know the direct value of cos 105 and sine 105, right? So to get the value, we have to write cos 105 as cos 60 plus 45. Because we know the values of cos 60, sine 60, cos 45 and sine 45, right? So therefore, So next term is sine 105 can be written as sine 60 plus 45. Right? So here the first term is in the form of cos A plus B. What's the value of cos A plus B? So cos A plus B is equal to cos A cos B, cos A into cos B, minus sin A into sin B. Right? So apply the same formula. Here first term becomes cos A, which is cos 60 degree, into cos B, which is cos 45 degree, minus sin A is sin 60 degree, into sin B is sin 45 degree. Right? Plus the second term. Second term is in the form of sin A plus B. So sin A plus B is sin A cos B, sin A cos B, plus cos A sin B, plus cos A sin B. Apply the same formula. Sin A is sin 60 degree, into cos B is cos 45 degree, plus cos A is cos 60 degree, into sin B is sin 45 degree. Right? So now substitute the values. So what's the value of cos 60? Which is 1 by 2. Right? Into cos 45 is 1 by root 2. Minus sin 60 value is root 3 by 2. Into sin 45 is root 2. Right? Plus sin 60 again. So which is root 3 by 2. Into cos 45 is also 1 by root 2. Right? Cos 45 and sin 45 values are same. Plus cos 60 is 1 by 2 into sin 45 is 1 by root 2, right? Here second and third terms get cancelled, right? Root 3 by 2 into 1 by root 2 and minus root 3 by 2 into 1 by root 2 will get cancelled. So we have 1 by 2 root 2 plus again 1 by 2 root 2. So which is equal to 2 by 2 root 2, which is nothing but 1 by root 2. 2 will get cancelled. 1 by root 2 is the final answer, option C. Question number 34. The value of sine 50 degree minus sine 70 degree plus sine 10 degree is equal to. So here students will consider first two terms, right? So first two terms are in the form of sine A minus sine B. Here A is 50 degree, B is 70 degree. So sine A minus sine B is equal to 2 cos A plus B by 2 into sine A minus B by 2. Right? The formula for sine A minus sine B is 2 cos A plus B by 2 into sine A minus B by 2. Apply the same rule here. So 2 times cos of A plus B is 50 plus 70 by 2 into sine 50 minus 70 by 2. Sine A minus B by 2. Right? Plus the second term is sine 10 degree. So here 2 cos 70 plus 50 by 2 is 120 by 2, which is 60 degree, into sine. So 50 minus 70 is minus 20 by 2 is minus 10 degree. Sine of minus 10 degree plus sine 10 degree. Right? So here sine of minus 10 degree is minus sine 10 degree, because sine of minus theta, sine minus theta is minus sine theta. Right? Therefore, it becomes minus sine 10 degree into 2 times cos 60 is 1 by 2. Right? Plus sine 10 degree. So here 2 and 2 will get cancelled. Minus sine 10 degree plus sine 10 degree will get cancelled. Therefore, we have 0 as the final answer. So option A is the right answer. Question number 35. The value of cosecant square theta minus 2 plus sine square theta is always. Here students, we have two square values, cosecant square theta and sine square theta, right? So square of a number is always positive, right? Therefore, so we can say cosecant square theta plus sine square theta is always positive number, right? So at what range the value of cosecant square theta and sine square theta lies, right? So for that, so we'll consider range of cosecant and sine functions. So here sine theta. So range of sine theta is -1 to +1. So why it is -1 to +1? So for example, if sine 90, consider an angle 90 degrees, sine 90 is 1, right? So whereas sine of minus 90 is, sine of minus theta is minus sine theta, it is -1, right? So if it is 0 degree, sine 0 is 0, right? So other values are, it may be 30 degree, 60 degree, 40 degree, right? So it depends on that, but it lies between -1 and +1, right? Sine of an angle lies between -1 and +1. Therefore, what is sine square theta? Sine square theta is always less than or equal to 1. Since it is a square, so -1 square is equal to 1 itself. So it is less than or equal to. It can be equal to or less than 1. Because if it is sine 30 degree, sine square 30 degree means 1 by 2 square, which is 1 by 4. Right? 1 by 4 is less than 1. Therefore, sine square theta is always less than or equal to 1. Now consider range of cosecant. Cosecant theta always lies between -infinity to +infinity. Why it is -infinity to +infinity? Because cosecant is inverse of sine, right? So here consider sine 0 degree, right? Sine 0 degree is 0. So what about cosecant 0? Cosecant 0 is 1 by sine 0, which is 1 by 0, which is infinity, right? So now consider cosecant of minus theta, -0 if you consider, it becomes minus cosecant 0, which is -infinity, right? Therefore, for other values, so you will get different, the other values of theta, you will get different numbers here, but the range is -infinity to +infinity, right? So if cosecant theta ranges between -infinity to +infinity, so what is the value of cosecant square theta, right? If it is -infinity also, its square becomes +infinity, right? Cosecant square theta is less than or equal to infinity. Why it is less than or equal to? Because for other values of theta, you will get cosecant square theta is less than infinity, right? For example, cosecant square 30 degree is equal to, so it is inverse of sine. So sine 30 degree. Sine 30 is 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 gives 2. And its square becomes 2 square, which is equal to 4. So 4 is less than infinity, right? Therefore, cosecant square is less than or equal to infinity. Now, let us consider cosecant square plus sine square theta, right? Therefore, cosecant square theta plus sine square theta is always less than or equal to 1 plus infinity. 1 plus infinity. Since sine square theta is less than or equal to 1, so cosecant square theta is less than or equal to infinity. So their sum is less than or equal to 1 plus infinity. 1 plus infinity is nothing but infinity itself. So their sum is less than or equal to infinity, right? Now consider the given expression, cosecant square theta plus sine square theta minus 2, right? So since -2 is a negligible number compared to infinity, so their sum -2, right, is always non-negative, option B, right? It is less than or equal to infinity. So it cannot be a negative number. So it is always non-negative. Non-negative means it can be 0 also. So when it is equal to 0, when sum of cosecant square theta plus sine square theta is equal to 0, then this expression becomes 0. So when it is possible, sum of cosecant square theta plus sine square theta is equal to 2. When cosecant square theta is equal to 1, and sine square theta is equal to 1. So their sum becomes 2, right? So cosecant square, if cosecant theta is 1, then only cosecant square theta becomes 1, right? So when it is possible, when theta is equal to 90 degree, their sum becomes 2, right? For theta is equal to 90 degree, the sum is equal to 2 and the given expression becomes 0, right? Therefore, forget about the angle. So here the value of given expression is always non-negative. That means it can be 0 or greater than 0, a positive number, right? Therefore, option B is the right answer. Question number 36. If sine square 60 plus cos square 3x minus 9 degree is equal to 1, then what is the value of x? Here the unknown term is cos square 3x minus 9 degree, right? We'll take this unknown term in the LHS part. So cos square 3x minus 9 degree is equal to 1 minus sine square 60, right? So what is 1 minus sine square theta? If you consider theta as 60 degree, 1 minus sine square theta is cos square theta. So which is theta is 60 degree, right? Cos square 60 degree. Here the LHS is cos square 3x minus 9 degree, right? Therefore, we can equate the angles, right? Therefore, 3x minus 9 degree is equal to 60 degree. Cos square 3x minus 9 is equal to cos square 60 degree. Therefore, so you can equate the angles. Therefore, 3x becomes 60 plus 9, which is 69. Therefore, value of x is 69 by 3, which is 23 degree, right? So, value of x is 23 degree, option B. Question 37. If x is equal to a into 1 plus cos theta into cos pi and y is equal to, here is a small correction. So y is equal to b into 1 plus cos theta into sin pi. Should be sin pi, right? And z is equal to c into 1 plus sin theta. Then which one of the following is correct? So among 5 options, so we'll consider first option. So option A, x minus a the whole square by a. So we are just substituting these values. X is a into 1 plus cos theta into cos pi, right? So x is this value minus a divided by a the whole square, right? Plus, we'll consider the second term, so which is y minus b. Since y is b into 1 plus cos theta into sin pi, right? Right? So minus b divided by b the whole square. Plus, so third term is z minus c by c the whole square. Here z is c into 1 plus sin theta is z minus c divided by c the whole square, right? So we have to find the value of this, whether it is equal to 1 or not, we have to check, right? So here in the first term, so we can take out a, right? And a will get cancelled, right? So therefore avoid the a part and the remaining part becomes 1 plus cos theta cos pi minus 1. So if a is taken out, it becomes minus 1 the whole square. Since 1 and 1 will get cancelled, we have cos theta into cos pi the whole square. Plus, in the second term also, so we have b common here in the numerator. So we can take out and cancel b and b. So in the numerator and denominator, right? We can cancel b. So then we'll have 1 plus cos theta into sin pi minus 1 the whole square. So here also 1 and minus 1 will get cancelled. And in the third term, we have c as common. So when it is taken out, we can cancel c in the numerator and denominator. Therefore, we have, so 1 plus sine theta minus 1. So when this c is cancelled, so we'll have minus 1 the whole square. And 1 and minus 1 will get cancelled. Therefore, so we have cos theta into cos pi the whole square is cos square theta into cos square pi In the second term, we have cos square theta into sine square pi. And in the third term, we have sine square theta. Is it theta? Yes, sine square theta. Now, so in first two terms, we can take out cos square theta as common. And the remaining terms are cos square pi plus sine square pi. And lastly, we have sine square theta. So cos square pi plus sine square pi is 1. So cos square theta into 1 plus sine square theta. Again, cos square theta plus sine square theta is 1. Therefore, we have 1 as the final answer. Right? So according to option A, LHS is equal to 1. Left hand side, the expression is equal to 1. Therefore, first statement is correct or the first equation is correct. Right? Option A is the right answer. Question number 38. What is the value of tan A plus cot A plus secant A into tan A plus cot A minus secant A? So we'll consider this as single term. So tan A plus cot A as single term, right? Plus the second term. And also in the next term, we have tan A plus cot A minus the second term. So which is in the form of A plus B into A minus B is equal to A square minus B square, right? Apply the same formula here. Here A is tan A plus cot A, right? Value of A is tan A plus cot A and B is secant A, right? So A square becomes tan A plus cot A, the whole square, minus B square becomes secant square A, right? So here also, the first term is in the form of A plus B whole square. So A square plus B square plus 2AB, right? So apply the same rule here. So A square becomes tan square A plus B square becomes cot square A plus 2 times tan A into cot A minus secant square A, right? So here tan square A minus secant square A is minus 1 because 1 plus tan square theta, or you can consider it as A, is always secant square A. Therefore, tan square A minus, when secant square A is taken to LHS, so it becomes minus secant square A is equal to minus 1. This 1 goes to RHS. So it becomes, consider these two, tan square A minus secant square A, it is minus 1 plus, let the cot square A term be as it is, plus 2 times tan A into cot A is inverse of tan A, right? Cot A is equal to 1 by tan A. Therefore, we'll write cot A as 1 by tan A so that we can cancel tan A and tan A, right? Therefore, we have minus 1 plus cot square A plus 2, right? 2 into 1 is 2. Therefore, we have cot square A plus 1. So cot square A plus 1 is equal to cosecant square A, right? So 1 plus cot square A is equal to cosecant square A. That's the standard formula. Therefore, the final answer is cosecant square A, option B. Question number 39. If tan theta is equal to minus 4 by 3, then sin theta is equal to. Here, tan of an angle has a negative value, right? So, if tan of an angle is negative value, then that angle lies in the second or fourth quadrant. So, we'll consider a Cartesian plane, right? So, in which we'll consider an angle theta. Always an angle is measured from positive x-axis. We'll consider an angle theta in the second quadrant. So in the second quadrant, when you measure the tan function, we all know that tan is always opposite side by adjacent side. In the second quadrant, adjacent side is negative. This is adjacent side, which is negative x-axis, right? So this value is always negative. If ABC is the triangle, and this is theta, and its opposite side is AB. So why its opposite side is AB? Because it is along positive y-axis. This is opposite side, right? Opposite sides to angle theta is AB and its adjacent side is, so if O is the origin, BO is the adjacent side which is negative. Therefore, so adjacent side is negative, though opposite side is positive, right? Adjacent side is negative, you will get the final value as a negative value. Therefore, tan theta is negative in the second quadrant, right? And also in the fourth quadrant, this is the fourth quadrant. So in the fourth quadrant, if you consider an angle, so let us draw a perpendicular to the x-axis. So while measuring the trigonometric function, so we have to always draw a perpendicular to the x-axis. It may be to the positive x-axis or negative x-axis. So when angle is measured like this, theta is the angle in the fourth quadrant, right? Therefore, the tan function becomes, tan theta becomes opposite by adjacent side, right? So here opposite side is, so here opposite side is measured along y-axis, since this y-axis is negative y-axis, right? So this value is negative. Therefore, opposite side is negative and adjacent side is positive because it is on the positive x-axis, right? Adjacent side is positive. So negative by positive is equal to a negative value. Therefore, tan theta, right? Tan of an angle is negative in the second and fourth quadrant. So you can mention it here. So tan theta is negative in second and fourth quadrant. Right? Therefore, here tan theta is given. Tan theta is equal to minus 4 by 3. Therefore, either theta lies in the second quadrant or in the fourth quadrant, right? So, let us consider a right angle triangle. So, why do we consider right angle triangle? To find sine theta. Here, theta is the angle which is opposite to right angle, right? And tan theta is minus 4 by 3. So, we'll consider 4 and 3 here. Maybe a negative value, right? Opposite side by adjacent side is tan theta. Therefore, hypotenuse value becomes root of 4 square plus 3 square, which is root 16 plus 9 is root 25, which is 5. Therefore, hypotenuse becomes 5, right? So, if hypotenuse is 5, so what is the value of sine theta? Sine theta becomes, yes, opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite is 4. It may be plus 4 or minus 4. It depends on the quadrant in which the angle is measured, right? So, plus or minus 4 by 5. Right? If the angle is measured in the second quadrant, for example, 110 degree, 20 degree, 125 degree like that, then sine theta becomes, so here in the second quadrant, so opposite side is positive. Therefore, it becomes plus 4 by 5. And sine theta is negative in the fourth quadrant, right? Because opposite side, which is negative, therefore it is minus 4. Therefore, if tan theta is minus 4 by 3, sine theta is minus 4 by 5 or plus 4 by 5. Plus 4 by 5. So, sine theta is plus 4 by 5 in the second quadrant. It is minus 4 by 5 in the fourth quadrant. Right? Therefore, option B is the right answer. Minus 4 by 5 or plus 4 by 5. Question number 40. If 0 less than theta less than pi less than 90 degree, then which one of the following is correct? Here students, two angles theta and pi lie between 0 and 90 degree and theta is less than pi. So let us consider the values for theta and pi, right? Here theta less than pi. Therefore, we'll consider theta as 30 degree, pi as 60 degree, right? Theta is less than pi. And both the angles lie between 0 and 90 degree, right? So it should be greater than 0 and less than 90 degree. And here are two functions given, sine and cosine functions, right, of each angle. So we'll consider sine and cosine functions, right? So sine theta, right, and cos theta. Then sine pi and cos pi. And their squares, right? So square of sine theta is also given, square of cos theta. Cos theta is not given. Square of cos pi is given, right? Cos square pi is given. So we'll consider all that these values. Sin theta becomes sin 30, right? Sin theta is sin 30 since theta is 30 degree. Sin 30 is 1 by 2. Whereas cos 30 is root 3 by 2. We'll consider sin square theta. Sin square theta becomes 1 by 4 and cos square theta becomes root 3 by 2 the whole square is 3 by 4. Whereas sin pi, so sin 60 is root 3 by 2, cos 60 is 1 by 2. Therefore, sin square pi is 3 by 4, cos square pi is 1 by 4. Right? So, using these values, so let us decide which one of the given options is correct. Right? So, first option, sin theta plus cos theta the whole square. So, sin theta plus cos theta the whole square becomes sin theta is 1 by 2 plus root 3 by 2 the whole square. Right? So, 1 by 2 plus root 3 by 2 the whole square. So, is equal to, so since 2 is the LCM, 1 plus root 3 the whole square, right? So, you will get, so here the numerator is in the form of a plus b the whole square. So, you will have 1 plus 3 plus 2 root 3 by 2. So, it is 4 plus 2 root 3 by 2. So, when 2 is taken out, it becomes 2 plus root 3 by 2. 2 and 2 will get cancelled. So, you will get 2 plus root 3 as the answer, right? So, here 2 plus root 3, right? So, and it's, yes, 2, it is not 2 plus root 3, 2 plus root 3 by 2. Since it is square, here I made a mistake. So, denominator is 4, right? So, 2 plus root 3 by 2 is the answer, right? So, root 3 cannot be equal to 2, which is 1 point something. So, we cannot take out 2 as common, right? So, which is not greater than 2. The final answer is not greater than 2 because 2 plus root 3 becomes 2 plus 1 point something divided by 2. So, it becomes 3 point something by 2. So, which is not greater than 2. Right? You will get 1 point something as the answer. So, first option is not correct. Right? So, let us take the second option. So, sin square theta plus cos square pi, right? Sin square theta is 1 by 4 plus cos square pi is also 1 by 4. So, which is equal to 2 by 4. So, which is equal to 1 by 2. Where 1 by 2, here according to the option, it is less than or equal to. So, 1 by 2 is less than 2, not equal to 2. Therefore, second option is not correct. Right? So, it is less than 2 but not equal to 2. So, consider option C. Sin square theta plus cos square pi. Again, the same sin square theta is 1 by 4 plus cos square pi is also 1 by 4. So, which is equal to 2 by 4 or 1 by 2, which is strictly less than 2. Right? If I according to the option C, so sin square theta plus cos square pi is strictly less than 2 is the correct answer. Right? Whereas the fourth option is also not the correct answer. The same relation which is greater than 2 is not correct, which is strictly less than 2. Therefore, option C is the right answer. Students, with this I am completing this paper. If you want to practice all the questions from this paper, please visit our website www.examsnet.com. You can also download our app so that you can practice many more questions from different topics. The link is given in the description box. I wish you all the best for your future exams.